I am going to start working on this Mark 1 Toyota Celica. I haven't done any work on it. This is the way it has been brought to me. There's some bits have been done, some not, and today I am going to start working on repairing this floor that has been cut out. And today I am going to try, so far with it off the camera, I have established the depth and the width of the strengthening grips, and I am trying to figure out how to make the strengthening grip ends on the new panel that I'm gonna make to match these ones. I'm going to try to achieve is to make those strengthening grip ends so that nice and smooth and as close to original as possible. Aim is to make a die for inside, outside, and then in an ordinary vise make them align and press it without leaving too much of the hammering imprints. Start by trying to make a little mold of the shape that I will need for my end bit. I want to do that because I am going to make a die out of it. I think it's about 4 mil thick or 3 mil thick steel. I'm going to have to form it. So this is going to be just a guide on that I don't run back and forth all the time. The car and rice. This is going to be my guide for making a die. Okay, die shape is ready. This is gonna be the shape that I'm going to try to press into the end of the bead. So, and the inner one, yes, I am gonna be making out of this piece. So the idea is this bit is gonna go inside the bead, and then this one is gonna press it on top of it. So I'm gonna weld something similar to this one, so then I can slide it in to the bead and gonna drill the hole in here and drill the hole onto another piece that I'm gonna weld on top of this bit, and hopefully I have enough length. If not, then I'm gonna have to extend these arms, but I think I should be okay. Challenge for me is going to be establish the most optimal distance to create a nice bead. So if we're gonna put these ones very close together, it's not gonna work. So on a strengthening grip, the drop is intended to be, if I'm not wrong, 6 mil. So and then we're gonna be working with 1.2, I think, or 1.1. Take steel sheet, so we're gonna have to take all that in consideration for making a distance between the inner die and the outer die, let's say like that. It's maybe, so if we're gonna put it like that and press it in, it's not gonna create this nice finish. So step is put one like this, then we do this, measure the distance, and just gonna weld it on, and then drill the holes in there. This job can be done much more precise and much more fancier, but I do not really, plus I don't know how it's gonna work, so I don't want to spend too much time on it. If it gives me desired result, I'm happy enough. But as I don't know, maybe you can buy something like that already or not. I do not know that. But definitely this is not going to be for mass production anyway. So, there's a little bit of bad welding there. Into a plan. So another one close. Now I don't really like it that it's not straight. And yeah, because well, maybe not. So this small part goes inside of the strengthening rib, so assuming that it is correct size for inside and the strengthening rib is precise, then this bit should, as long as I align the screw hole correctly, this should be okay. But yeah, maybe I'm just gonna cut it and that's that, and see whether it's gonna do the trick. Well, anyway, this is experimental. So I am back here in the garage. Yesterday, just before I was going to drill the holes for this little tool, my phone died, and the battery on the phone died, and I just drilled them without filming, and then I put ordinary nuts inside. So today I am going to try to test how this thing works. So I prepared 2 beads already off camera. For one is finished halfway and one is fully through, so I'm going to try to press the bead, the strengthening rib end on the halfway, and then I will try to do the same in the middle of the bead, and then planish it out the rest of the metal and see how I get on. So let's have a go with this. The idea is I put this in here, so roughly and like that, and then we tighten up the bolt a little bit. Make sure it maybe holds it in place. So that's the idea there is a angle as such, so if this is in the middle, as long as these two aligns on the line, this aligns in here, tighten it up, then over to the vise. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten it up. And let's see the result. Open this one up. This is not bad at all. So probably plunge it out a little bit here. Yeah, quite happy with the result. It maybe needs the inner die brought in a little bit forward. Right, I am going to smooth out the little corners of my die. Maybe that's because them going in an angle, you know, maybe I need to sort of bend some of them. Well, they're not really straight regardless, you know, because I cut the metal out of the box sections and then usually twists once you cut something out. This is going to work. Now I'm gonna, oh no, there is a little play, maybe I can, on this bolt, maybe I can bring it a little bit more forward or backwards, but I don't think it's gonna be, I think it's better it's gonna be if I take this out and drill new holes that align closer to the, and then I will know which one is which one. Well, let's remember this is just made out for this one job. Altogether so far I think it's taken me about an hour and a half, 2 hours tops. And because I have a floor to do on the other side of that same car, I think it's going to save me a good few hours of planishing and manual strengthening rib ending such, because I tried there yesterday with the manual making a half round, and it just leaves so much scarring and imprints that I thought of this method. So yes, and keep it in mind, you know, it's probably possible only if you have your bead close to the edge. If it's somewhere very deep in, you probably would need to come up with a different type of solution. So, okay, we rounded it off the edges. Now I'm gonna undo this one. I'm gonna drill the new hole with the new screw, and gonna try to get this die closer to the inner one closer to the outer one, and to create a little bit sharper edge around here, and we'll see which one looks and works better. So yeah, went and drilled the whole additional two That one, two of them. Okay, so there's the old one, you can still use it, and then the newer one is, I don't know if you can see it, so a few mil upwards, and we'll see how that shortens the end cut. But I think so far what I've seen done, I think it's actually going pretty well. So yes, our material, and then I of course I'm gonna try to do it in the same spot, just maybe it's gonna be the difference will be a little bit better visible. Probably you can make, you know, this thing better and better functional. It's all gonna depend on how much time you want to spend on it and how valuable it is for you. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but yet again I still want this to give me a nice finish. So perhaps if I spend more time perfecting, it's gonna give me a nicer finish and less fiddling on setting up. So okay, this thing I think I'm good. And let's press it in. Let's see what finish I will achieve. One more. Right, let's go. Okay, there you can see the old line, and I'm just gonna unscrew and I'll see how it looks. Yes, bingo. This is way better. Alright, I'm gonna go and have a look compared to our existing car. Let's have a look. All in all out, I am very pleased how it turned out. Just need to make the now smaller ones for smaller ribs, because there's a good few I am gonna have to finish, and then other side is the same, but quite pleased with this. Yes, if I am putting against it, it actually looks quite okay. It's not perfect, but I am actually very happy with the result. All I need to do is make the small one now for smaller size ribs, and so this is the creation on the little tip, an idea on how to maybe tackle this type of job. The only thing I'm gonna try to do it is in the middle, press it in, and then maybe planish it the end off and see what that looks like. So I adjusted this piece of the camera into the vise, and on this one we're gonna try to get the finish on in the middle of the strengthening rib, and let's see how it plays out. It works very well on the end and unfinished rib. Let's see if we ever need to do it on a full one and then planish it out and see what results. Just very curious about this. So this time I left these edges above the vise line, so by maybe forcing a vise quite hard, these are not gonna leave the imprint on my material like it did in here. I don't know if that's visible, not so much, but not that it matters too much, but it's still nice to have. Things nice. So let's have a look. Maybe tighten up that time. And just take this. Yes, put it in, misaligned, but it's still made a nice finish. If I planish it out now, let's see what happens. So there you go. That is another way how to do it. It leaves nice end from actually both sides. This one I put it sideways a little bit, but in all fairness, this is experimental piece. And so, yes, this is how you create little die press, make your job a little bit easier without breaking the bank.